All right. Before I get this lesson started, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kadash. Double honors unto the elders, apostles, bishops of the great millstone, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakathum, to the sincere believers, the hopeful elect. Back again with another lesson of the Freight Train of Prophecy, the 21st installment, going into world news and prophecy to show you that the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, are indeed faithful and true, and that all words written in the testimony of the law and the prophets are coming to pass in these last days. So, severe heat, regular triple digit heat, record highs from the Midwest to the South. This is what? This is a plague. This is a scourge being brought on by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. People are speculating that Esau is using his harp technology to bring this heat dome. Well, that may very well be true. You can't put it past this devil. But again, the Lord is in control of all things. The Lord is in control of the heat. He's in control of the hurricanes, the tornadoes, the tsunamis. The Lord controls it all. Even if it is Esau, Esau can't do nothing unless he got permission from the Most High to do it. You see? So ultimately it all goes back to the Lord. All right, the scriptures say that the Lord, I kill and I make alive. All right, the Lord tells you that he brings the plagues. You see? So that needs to be understood. So let's check this video out and get into this article.
Guys, it's been a long time since I've seen a map that looks like this, with this many excessive heat warnings at the same time that are out over just such a humongous area. Look at this, from all the way in the upper Midwest, down through the Central Plains, parts of the Mississippi Valley, pretty close to the Gulf Coast. That is a staggering area that is covered by excessive heat warnings. So this is a really, really serious heat wave that we're going through here, and it's going to last several days. So let's look at the heat index. Remember, this is where we factor.
Damn, hey, look, check out the temps. 111, 108 in Kansas City, 104, 93 in Minneapolis. And that's wild because it's in the Midwest, but it's a so-called northern state, 112, 107 in Omaha. See that? Look how high these temperatures are. 112 in New Orleans, 107 in Waco, Texas, Dodge City. Hey, the Most High jacking this place up. These people catching pure hell. And then the Most High say that he would show signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and upon the earth in the last days as what a sign to let you know that this world is on the way out, to let you know the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai. This is exactly what's going on. And there's so much going on in the news right now, you cannot keep up with it. It was hard to even put this video together because there's so much more to speak on. It's like you would have to do 3 parts to get everything. And this is just one day, So indeed, the Most High is increasing the judgment. The Most High is turning up the heat in the earth, literally and figuratively as well.
Factor in the humidity, kind of plug it into this really ugly formula that we don't need to get into the details of, and factor in the temperature as well. And it tells you what it feels like outside, basically, okay? So it's going to feel like anywhere from 100 to up into the 100 and teens, depending on where you live, if you live somewhere under that heat dome over the next few days. Now, by the end of the week and the weekend, we're going to start to see at least a little bit of relief in the upper Midwest, okay? The Great Lakes, places.
Man, oh man. These people out here cooking. All right, cooking like some fried fish. Let's go to Luke 21, classic scripture. Luke 21 and 25, it shall be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. Let's get it. Luke 21 and 25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations. All right, so the Lord said, all right, there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. So we seeing all these signs. You having all them signs out in the heavens. Esau seeing chariots, strange radio beams being heard from the depths of outer space, new black holes opening up. You know, Esau sending radio signals out and getting strange noises back. You know, it's all kind of stuff going on. Out there in Peru, they said it's 7 to 8 foot tall. Aliens was, out there attacking people. So hey, look, it's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to my point. It's so much going on. You can't get it all. You know what I'm saying? That's why the brotherhood is good, because brothers can pick up what, other brothers miss. But hey, the signs is here. The signs of the times is here, and it's growing even more profound the closer that we get to the end. And upon the earth, the stress of nations. We ain't even gotta go into that. All around the earth, there's protests going on, people rising up against their governments, war. Threats are being made, military weapons are being shipped here and shipped there, sanctions are being made. Distress with perplexity in many ways, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And the powers of heaven are being shaken to bring this kingdom down, to set up the righteous rule of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua upon the earth, because the inhabitants of this current world, the heathen, is completely wicked. They've gone astray. They don't know the Most High. And their hurtful works are about to be fulfilled. Let's go to Revelation 16. Because it was prophesied that this heat would come. So this shouldn't be nothing that surprises you, Israel. You should already know, according to the Lord's word, what's going to come upon the earth. Revelation 16:8. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. And men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which hath power over these plagues. So who's sending the heat? Who's sending regular triple digit temperatures upon the earth? All right, who is cooking? Who is cooking the inhabitants of Babylon the Great? It's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It's the Lord that's doing these things. That's why it says here, which hath power over these plagues. Who? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And they repented not to give him glory. You see that? So even though these plagues are going on, these things are being sent as scourges for amendment. But even for all the evil that the Lord is sending upon the earth, these people are still not going to repent. They're being sent so that people can repent. But they still not going to, because of what? Pride. 2nd Esdras 8:50. Matter of fact, let me go there real quick. Let me just get it real quick, Israel. Just give me 1 second. One moment. 2nd Esdras 8:50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory, for as such be like thee. So in the latter times, the times that we're in right now, many great miseries are falling upon the people of this world because they have walked in pride. And ultimately, you have to understand, pride will keep you from repenting. Okay, because pride is, when your heart is lifted up against the Most High, you don't think that you need the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You don't think that you're doing nothing wrong. That ultimately all goes into pride. So moving on, Esau about to come back with the CVBS. All right, he about to come back with the BS even stronger this time. Last time he thought it was strong, he about to bring it really strong this time. All right, he coming with it. So they talking about there's a new bug that's going around. All right, they talking about bringing masks back. I believe at some hospitals and colleges, they've mandated. Salakia, I believe at I forget which university it was, but they've actually brought back mask mandates on on campus, and yeah, man. And then they talking about bringing boosters back out, so hey, man, this devil Esau Edom, he ain't gonna stop. He gonna keep on going with his wickedness until he can't no more. But the people are so worn out. They're so, destroyed. You know, they just finished all the way, just through. They gonna actually go for it. You know what I'm saying? They actually gonna put the cloth back on. You know what I'm saying? They gonna pull the wool back over their eyes. And even though you saw what happened with the first go round, you should know better this time. You should be looking at what's happening to all these people that took drank the, Capri Sun. You should be looking at that. You know what I'm saying? And you should know, but nah, something ain't right. Nah, I can't. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should know. Then you should be hearing the prophets as well. You should be hearing what we telling you. You know what I'm saying? Because really, hey, we've been telling you all along. Like, we've been telling you before the juice was even brought out, what it was all about. We was called seed theorists, bug outs, all kind of names. But you see what's happening now. All these people dropping, all these people, losing breath and, chest getting tight. What's up with that? Well, hey, you already know. Of course, on YouTube, you can't speak too much about that. But, hey, you already know what's going on, man. I ain't even got to say too much. But they bringing these things back. They're going to bring back the CV mandates. And I believe this time around, I'm just speaking as a man, but I believe this time around, a lot of people are not going to go for it. You know what I'm saying? People are at the point now where the information is out there. They had a meeting, I believe it was last year. I did post a video, I believe it was last year. They had a meeting with the CEOs of Pfizer. And ultimately, they had brought it out that the juicy juice, it really didn't do nothing. Like, if you had natural immunity, you know what I'm saying, then you was pretty much better off with that than taking that Capri Sun. You get me? So it's all out there, you know what I'm saying? But you also have a large percentage of the population that are sheep. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to follow whatever direction that their shepherds are leading them into. So let's see this.
One case of a highly mutated coronavirus variant has been detected in Michigan. The variant is called BA286. It has more than 30 amino acid changes to its spike protein. The World Health Organization labeled the variant as under monitoring. So far, only a handful of cases have been reported in 4 countries. Scientists say it's still unclear how easy the new strain can spread or if it's severe. The CDC's director says the variant should not be a cause for alarm, as the agency is more prepared than ever to respond to changes in the virus.
Hey, so they telling you not to worry about it, okay?
Cases have been
They telling you not to worry about this variant. Oh, it ain't that serious. Ain't that the same thing they said at the beginning of the last demic? Hey, look, it's the same narrative. It's the same narrative that they pushing again. But a lot of people have a short-term memory. They're not. And this was only 3 years ago. The pandemic era started 3 years ago. But people seem to have forgotten all that's been going on. And all the while, we've been telling you, non-stop. We still talking about it. Because that was a major psyop upon the people. Many people fell for it. But this time around, you shouldn't fall for it. You should already know that this is to usurp more authority. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say that, but read between the lines. This is just to usurp more authority, because we know there's an agenda to bring about a system. You know what I'm saying? So to bring that system about, there must be crisis, there must be chaos, there must be a reason for the people to trust in you wholeheartedly. So when the chaos comes, you're going to bring the order. All right, many more calamities are going to come upon the planet Earth, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that right now the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going out, and also the wrath of the devil is going out as well. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the devil know he had but a short time, so he going to come down with that great wrath. Let's go there. This is Revelation 12 and verse 12. And it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Yeah, so right now, the devil, which is Esau Edom, you know what I'm saying, the vessel of the wicked one, all right, they are the ones that are coming down with great wrath, the so-called white man. Because he knows that his time is short, and you can see all the signs in the earth to let you know that this man's time is short. He has a very small window to make what he want to happen. You know what I'm saying? And now he's just ruthless now. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's 0.5 left on the clock and you down by 2. You gonna have to jack up a 3 and just hope that it goes in. So yeah, Esau gonna try. He gonna shoot the J. But it's going to bounce right off the front of the rim. And guess what? He going to be disappointed, man. All right? Just when you think he about to take his last bite, the Most High is going to disappoint this man. All of his dreams, all of his aspirations to gain back the birthright is all in vain. You see, it's all in vain. You know? So yeah, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Just watch out for this psyop that Esau about to bring back again. Because through the first one, you should already know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So now it definitely ain't no excuse. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no excuse. Well, really, there never was. Because you always had men, you know, the men of the Lord telling you what this is all about. You know, but now it should be even more profound. Moving on. The United States Postal Service is suspending services in California and Maryland effective immediately. You know, so we continue to see America, Babylon the Great, be broken down. You know what I'm saying? This place is a sinking ship that cannot be recovered. All right. So like it says here, USPS is suspending services in California and Maryland effective immediately. Even if you only visit your local post office sporadically, it's nice to know that the option is there when you need it. But while you expect these facilities to shutter on Sundays and bank holidays, sometimes unexpected circumstances prompt a closure. In fact, the Postal Service announced that multiple post offices have been temporarily shuttered due to safety concerns, meaning your mail could be affected. Read on to find out where the USPS is suspending services. So you see, they're saying this is because of safety concerns. Now that could be a number of things, you know what I'm saying? But we know, of course, we know that this system ultimately is going to be collapsed and that they're preparing to switch over into a new system. Why do you think all these stores are shutting down? The retail apocalypse and stores being raided. They pretty much making crime legal throughout these states. You know what I'm saying? And very soon it's going to be a purge-like scenario. You already see the beginning stages of it right now, but how much more so when things get more dire? How much more when people become more desperate in their pursuit to eat, in their pursuit to stay alive? It's going to be cutthroat out here, man. You think it's bad right now? You ain't seen nothing yet. Things about to get much worse. That's why we continue to tell you that the only salvation, the only hope you're going to have is in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's the only comfort that you can have, man. Because right now, I can tell you, you know what I'm saying, we see what's going on. We bringing it out to you. But we got comfort. We not stressed out about what's going to come upon the earth. You know what I'm saying? We ain't bugging out. We know that these things must happen. This is for us to lift up our heads and know that our redemption draw nigh. So we happy about these things. You know what I'm saying? We just pray that we be protected. You know what I'm saying? That the Most High, make a way for us to get through these things. That's what we praying for. But yeah, hey, look, Babylon is through. It's finished. And a lot of postal workers, they about to lose their jobs too because they trying to implement this AI. You know what I'm saying? Then they trying to go net zero. So really, it's not going to be no need for paper mail. You know what I'm saying? All that's going to be done away with in favor of digital, You know what I'm saying? Everything can be tracked and traced. You know what I'm saying? From you know, the sender to the receiver. You know what I'm saying? Everything is on the grid. All right. So hey, come out of Babylon the Great, man. Stop trusting in this place. You know, stop putting your energy into this place, man. You know, just you know, all we need to do right now is just get through. You know. Matter of fact, let me get let me get Jeremiah. Let me go to Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken on her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country. So it says what? Forsake her, which means leave this place. All right, take your strength out of this place, man, because there's no way that America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the scriptures, can be healed. Remember years ago when Trump was like, make America great again? America will never be great again. America was the greatest when you had the Israelites under captivity. But now that our captivity is ending, this place is not great no more. You see how this place is falling very, very fast. You got the BRICS nations challenging the dollar. You know what I'm saying? You have more and more nations joining them as well. So this American dollar, you know, don't have that much longer to go. You see? Because once they, you know, stop trading in USD and they start trading in the BRICS currency, and the more nations that they bring on to the BRICS, the more trade partners that they have. So once the US dollar is irrelevant, I mean, hey, you're going to see inflation get even higher. You're going to see hyperinflation, which is a rapid rise in the cost of goods and services in a short amount of time, affect these people. And that's when you're really going to see all hell break loose. China is looking to cut off trade with America, but they're waiting until it's beneficial. You know what I'm saying? Because once the U.S. goes into Taiwan, everything is getting cut off. And you know that America is not a producer nation. America is a consumer nation. And most of the stuff that we get is from China. So once China cuts off the trade with America, America is going to collapse overnight. You see? That's why I said she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So yeah, this place Babylon the Great is finished. And this is just one thing. This is just one of many things that is a sign of this place's imminent collapse. Okay, America is collapsing from within, just like ancient Rome did, which America is nothing more than the revival of the Western Roman Empire. Okay. Residents across multiple states notice strange and worrisome new scent in the air. Certainly a health concern. Now we know this devil, once again, the wrath of the devil is going out. Okay, he knows that he hath but a short time. So he's releasing chemicals into the air. He's using direct energy weapons to cause wildfires. You know what I'm saying? He's using the HARP technology to bring about certain natural disasters. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying, we know E has a depopulation agenda. So he's doing all of this to delete many people upon the earth. And he ain't discriminating, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we know that he wants to go after Jake. He wants to go after Israel. But he looking to get everybody. You see? He looking to get everybody, even other Edomites. All right? It says here, for many, summer this year unfortunately means suffocating wildfire smoke, which has been reported as carrying the distinctive stench of burning plastic. Now, what happened to all them trains that derailed? They stopped talking about that, but there's still trains derailing right now. All them chemicals that was on them trains that overturned and got into the rivers and got into the soil. What did they do with that? They burned it. And the chemicals that was on them trains were forever chemicals. They can't be broken down in the environment. So when they're released into the atmosphere, into the earth, it causes more destruction. And it's very toxic to breathe these things in. You may not feel it right away, but look at what happened out there in the town of East Palestine, Ohio. They're not even talking about that no more. Right after the train derailed in East Palestine, Ohio, weeks later, the people started to complain of getting rashes. You know what I'm saying? Like if they were outside for a certain number of time, they started to feel lightheaded. They started to feel weak. All right. A lot of cancer is out there now. So E is coming with the madness. Okay, E is coming with it, man. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be ignorant of the devil's devices. We know what this man is doing. The Weather Network reported recently that in areas of the eastern and midwestern Canada and the United States where wildfire smoke has been heavy, residents have noticed a burnt plastic smell in the air. And that's being caused by them burning off these forever chemicals and releasing the toxins into the air. So you have to understand that the people that are in power, which is Esau, okay, starting with Amalek, which are the Joo people, they are the devil, man. Okay, they are the children of Satan. Even he who's coming is after the working of Satan. That's E. Alright, that's E for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Before you came into this truth, you always heard, oh, the white man's the devil. Listen, man, when you come into this and you grow in knowledge and understanding, and you understand who's who in the scriptures, then yeah, you truly do understand that the white man, the so-called white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right, because he's doing everything that the devil would do. He's just here as his physical counterpart in the flesh. While this may sound odd, there is a clear reason for smoky skies to smell like a trash fire instead of a campfire. Kang Soon, an assistant professor at the University of Buffalo studying the chemistry and physics of the Earth's atmosphere, explained to the New York Times that when biomass like branches, trees, and leaves burn, they spew volatile or organic compounds into the. And no, it's not. You see, this is where the BS comes in, because how is it that people are saying it smells like burnt plastic? But they claimed, oh, when trees and branches and leaves burn, it smells like burnt plastic. Last time I checked, I've been around fires, you know what I'm saying, real wildfires where you can smell the smoke. It don't smell like no artificial plastic, man. You know what I'm saying? It smells like burning wood. You know what I'm saying? It smells like a very thick, sooty smell. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't smell like plastic. It don't smell like chemicals. So that lets you know that something else is going on. That something else is burning to cause this sensation. All right? And trees burn all the time. You know what I'm saying? People's houses catch on fire. You don't hear nobody talking about it smell like burnt plastic and they can't breathe, and you know what I'm saying, they coming out with cancer. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, it's something else going on here. We already know what's going on. It says, as the VOCs linger in the air, however, they interact with ultraviolet UV radiation to create pollutants like benzene and formaldehyde, which smell like burning plastic. But what happened to all them trains? What happened to all the chemicals that was on them trains that y'all started burning? What happened to that? They not making that a factor, but they telling you all this other BS. You see that? Hey man, so you gotta take what this devil is saying with a grain of salt. Alright, you can't really take what Esau is saying too much for face value, because he lies about so much. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he tell you, you gotta believe the opposite. Going on here, drinking water for 26 million Americans contaminated with dangerous levels of PFAS, or forever chemicals, new EPA data says. So he's telling you that the burning plastic smell that's in the air is being caused by burning trees. Okay, the forests are burning up, so therefore you're smelling burning plastic. But yet here, drinking water for 26 million. 26 million Americans are drinking forever chemicals. How does that make sense? How are these chemicals being allowed into the water? But again, this is the devil. All right? They're purposely putting these things. Why you think everybody is so sick? Why you think people got cancer and diabetes and, of course we know it's because of these people's diet. But again, this is a toxic environment. You see, this environment is very toxic. To live in America, Babylon the Great, this is a very toxic place to live. Okay, the people are toxic, the food is toxic, the water is toxic. They told you not too long ago not to fish out of freshwater rivers because the fish in these rivers are contaminated with high levels of PCBs, which are forever chemicals. So you can't even eat, you know what I'm saying? You can't even sustain yourself with freshwater fish no more because they too are defiled. They're contaminated. So this devil got to go. All right, Esau, Edom got to go, man. You see, because, under his rulership, the earth is in mourning. All right, the people are in mourning. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has released new data that shows the drinking water consumed by 26 million Americans across the country is contaminated with dangerous levels of toxic PER and polyfluoroalkyl substances, or forever chemicals. And once again, forever chemicals do not break down in the environment or your body. You see, the more of it that you consume, the more sick that you become. All right, so when you be drinking that toxic water, it's killing you slowly. You know what I'm saying? And really, you can't even avoid it because even if you don't drink it, you shower with it. You know what I'm saying? You may use it to cook. And even if you boil it, the chemicals are still there because he doesn't kill the chemicals. You know what I'm saying? So, this is ultimately why we need deliverance. You know what I'm saying? We need deliverance by the means of our Lord Yahweh Shai, because if this place was allowed to go on, the scriptures tell you that no flesh would be saved. All flesh upon the earth would be defiled and corrupted. This is what this devil wants to do. PFAs are a group of almost 15,000 synthetic chemicals that have become ubiquitous in the environment after having been used in the making of water-repellent clothing, non-stick cookware, stain-resistant fabrics, consumer products like cosmetics, and in other capacities for years. PFAs are known as forever chemicals because they are resistant to water, oil, heat, and grease. Like I just said, you can't even boil off these forever chemicals in the water. You see? So that's why they're called forever chemicals, because you can't destroy them. You see, no matter what you do, it's always going to be there. And who created these forever chemicals? Esau, Edom. All right. The best thing that you can do really is to get a filter. You know what I'm saying? That filters heavy metals and chemicals out of the water. It's not going to be 100%, but the more that you can get out, the better it is for you. Because like I said, you can't avoid it. You know what I'm saying? Once you hop in the shower, your pores open up. It's getting into your pores. You know what I'm saying? But, on this side, until the Lord come, we just got to pray and, you know what I'm saying, just do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? Just stay proactive, you know what I'm saying? So we can limit the amount of toxins that we taking in. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, they don't break down in the environment, blah, blah, blah. For decades, millions of Americans have unknowingly consumed water tainted with PFAs. So it says for decades. So this is not a new development. You see, toxic forever chemicals have been linked to health problems like cancer, thyroid disease, liver damage, fertility issues, and obesity. So You about to get it in with your woman, you trying to have a baby, you having fertility issues. You know what I'm saying? You go to the doctor, they tell you, oh, you got low sperm count, or your sperm is not swimming right. The woman, her eggs are dying faster than usual. You know what I'm saying? Thyroid disease, which can lead to obesity and other health issues, cancer, liver damage. So this devil jacking you up, man. Esau, hey, look, this man got a lot to pay for. All right, this man got a lot to pay for, and these people are completely evil. Okay, they're corrupt. Klaus Schwab and the people above him, which he's a lesser level elite, but he's plugged in nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? He's been telling you for years through the World Economic Forum that we must prepare for an angrier world. We must prepare for a world where humanity must be brought down to 500 million. They told you this. This is what they want to do. Bill Gates just came out yesterday or the day before and told you that you need to prepare for the next pandemic because it will be worse. It will be worse than the first one. So he's not warning you. He's telling you. All right. It's not a speculation. This is something that they know for a fact because they about to make it happen. But yeah, back to this point. This has been going on for decades. And I remember seeing a documentary some years ago. I think it was this one black town, so-called black town, Jakes, out there in Mississippi, where pretty much I would say 95% of the people in that town were sick. You know what I'm saying? Like they were chronically sick. Like it don't matter what they did. They tried to take herb. They tried to do so. Like they were just chronically sick. But it came out that they were majority of the people in this town were sick and dying like that because of the water. Okay, you had high levels of lead within the water. You had high levels of PCBs inside the water that these people were drinking on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And this was a poor, Jake neighborhood. So they didn't have the resources to go and get filters and, have the wherewithal to even do anything about it. They just assumed that the water was safe. But when they started to have health problems and they started going to the doctor, the truth came out that, the water was having 200 or 300 parts per billion of toxic chemicals in it, which is an insanely high amount. But in the white neighborhood, 5 miles away, they wasn't having that problem. Their water was clean. You see, so these things are deliberately being done to Jake, to destroy Jake. You see? And once again, this information is out there. These things have already been brought out, man. So how much more do the so-called white man have to do to show you that he's the devil? You see, you should already be well convinced of that. You shouldn't need us to convince you of that. The toxic PFA levels were found in all 50 states, in DC, and in 2 territories at 2,800 locations. But since just 29 PFAS compounds were tested, the actual scale of PFAS and drinking water contamination is predicted to be much higher. You see that? So they found these toxic levels in all 50 states. Now, America is supposed to be this great place where it's safe, you have clean water to drink, clean food, you know what I'm saying? But actually, it's the exact opposite. You are actually better off going to a third world country and drinking the water there, eating the food there. You see? In all reality, because there's less government regulation. People have wells that they go and get their water. People kill and slaughter their own animals. They grow their own crops, so they know where their food is coming from. Here in America, everything is processed. Okay, majority of Americans don't grow their own food. They don't, get their own water. They buy it from supermarket, because once again, this is a consumer nation. So everything you consume, people don't produce anything on their own, nor do they know how to. So this leaves you more susceptible to be destroyed by Esau in the wiles of the devil. You see, because you don't depend upon yourself, and he's actually trying to take that away. He's actually right now through all these crises and natural disasters actually passing laws to make you less dependent on yourself and more dependent upon the beast. All right, why do you think all these farmers are crying out? So all these farmers are crying out. A lot of them are being deleted by the government quietly, or they're being paid off. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are being paid to kill their livestock. But this isn't on mainstream news, but these are the things that are going on that they don't want you to know. You see? So hey man, Esau got a lot to pay for, all right? And ultimately, this man, his latter end is going to be complete destruction because he doesn't regard the poor. All right? This man does not regard the poor, man. Let's go to Ezekiel 7. Ezekiel 7. In verse 5, it says, matter of fact, let me start at verse 4. And mine eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee. And thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. So the end, all right, is manifest through the works of this devil, and also through the works of Yahweh Shai. But that left hand wrath and the right hand wrath is going out. And this is part of that left hand wrath. Okay, poisoning your drinking water, poisoning your food, even the quote unquote organic food is poison. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I'm saying, like you should strive to eat as healthy and clean of a diet as possible, but even in that, the food is still defiled. So you're not getting really the full benefits that you should get. You know what I'm saying? But that's this devil. Sea creature with 20 arms discovered in Antarctic Ocean. And hey, Esau's out there. You see, the scriptures tell you that Esau accomplished a diligent search. But see, what he's doing, he's messing with things that he shouldn't be messing with, man. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, Esau is out there. He's in the depths of the ocean. He's out there in Antarctica. He's out there in the depths of space trying to, accomplish a diligent search and to find out what's out there. But see, this man's curiosity is going to get him killed. It's going to get him deleted, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like the old saying goes, curiosity killed the cat. Hey, well, Esau is that cat. And his curiosity is going to lead him to his destruction. Okay, because they discovered creatures out there with 20 arms. But what he don't know is that Leviathan is coming for his ass, man. Okay, Leviathan is coming to destroy Esau. All right? Says here, well, this is the creature. Okay? See that? So, hey, the Most High, hey, man, the Most High is amazing. Okay, the Most High has creatures that man has never laid eyes upon. They still discovering new creatures, new species discovered. You see that? Say the Most High got creatures out there that man has never even laid eyes upon, and they in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? The Most High got them in the cut until it's ready for them to come out. Let me go to. Hold on. One moment. We're gonna come back. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11. Let's go. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11. Let's jump down to verse 17. For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions or unknown. You see, unknown wild beasts. So the Most High got unknown wild beasts out there. You know what I'm saying? You've heard about Bigfoot. You've heard about Chupacabra. You've heard about What's that other one? You've heard about the Yeti, you know what I'm saying? But hey, there are even creatures out there that the Most High has created that are unknown, okay, that you don't even know the name of, that you never even seen before, full of rage. You see that? Full of rage. All right, so even in their sleep, they're gonna be turned up, man. You see, they're gonna be ready to do judgment. You know, and that's Ecclesiasticus 29 and 38. Spirits created for vengeance. They're full of rage because they were created for vengeance, man. Okay, they're spirits of vengeance, newly created. These are the Most High gonna have newly created wild beasts that are full of rage. All right, so it ain't gonna be nothing that you can do. The sole purpose of why they were created is to dispatch judgment, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes, whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them. So you see, there's going to come a time where the Most High, he's going to dispatch these certain wild beasts, okay? And Leviathan, which dwells in the ocean, you know, the scriptures tell you about Leviathan. You know, hey, the Most High is going to release them. He's going to dispatch them in these last days. You know, I'm you know, laughing because these people have no idea. Esau has no idea who they messing with. You see, they have no idea that they bucking up against the power of the heavens and the earth. They don't understand what they doing, but they gonna understand very soon. All right, let's move on. We are not waiting. Maui community shows distrust in government following deadly wildfires. Now, I wonder why. Is it because the governor of Hawaii, Josh Green, he's actively suppressing what's really going on out there? He's telling everyone to not listen to TikTok, to not listen to social media, but only to listen to mainstream media narratives. I wonder why they don't trust. But let's read on. Maui faces a rebuilding challenge of historic proportion after the deadly wildfires that killed over 100 people and destroyed a beloved town. And some residents say their toughest opponent may be the Hawaii state government itself. Much of the aid efforts happening in the charred community of Lahaina and elsewhere are community run because people don't feel as if the government is stepping up fast enough. And what is this going to lead to? This is going to lead to sedition among men. This is going to lead to uprisings of the people. You see? That's what this is going to lead to, man. All right? Because when people don't trust the government, and this is also why people don't want to go to war. You know what I'm saying? They about to bring the draft back. But people not going to war because they don't trust the government. They understand that all of what's going on, that these wars are being fought for personal gain by these world elite bankers. It's not about the poor, okay? It's really not about the citizen. It's about the elites. Okay, these are bankers' wars, man. Only they benefit. You know what I'm saying? Only they benefit. You see? But going to second Ezra, let's go to it. Second Esdras 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and this is going to lead, okay, this is going to lead to uproars of the people because they don't trust their government. Okay, and this is going to spread to the whole of America, Babylon the Great, because they know that these politicians is full of shit. They know that they all lying. They all put on a suit and tie. They put on, glasses and wear pumps. You know what I'm saying? And look professional, elegant, but really all of them are devils, man. Okay, all of them are plugged in to do the bidding of the elites. That's why they get paid so well. They get paid so well to push lies and propaganda and to not give you the truth. The whole fact that you have Edomites in Hawaii is a sign that these people are the devil. They don't belong over there. They took over the land of Hawaii by ill-gotten gain, the same way like they took America from the so-called Native Americans. They did the same thing to the Hawaiians, but yet they over there got their government set up and they trying to control the narrative. You know what I'm saying? But this is going to lead to seditions among men, uproars of the people. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. This is why we need to measure the time diligently. We need to know what time it is. Consider all of the works that are being performed in the earth right now. Consider prophecy, because these things are all coming to a final climax. All right, let's go to 2nd Esdras 15 now. One moment. Let me pull it up. 2nd Esdras 15 and 14, it says, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. I ain't even got to go into it. You seen that happen right now. And swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. So these kings, right, the governor of Hawaii, the state representative, the governor, the mayor, see, these would be considered the princes of these certain municipalities. See, the people are not going to regard them. Why? Because it says here in the title of the article, Maui community shows distrust in government, which means they don't trust these devils, man. Okay, they don't believe in what they saying no more. And when people don't believe in you, when they regard you as a liar, they're gonna rise up against you and take you out of power. You know what I'm saying? Because they understand that the government is not operating in the best interest of the people. Which once again, them Edomites do not belong in Hawaii. They already, you know what I'm saying, the native Hawaiians, which are Japheth, they already don't, you know what I'm saying, mess with the government like that, because they took over their land illegally. It says here, then another thing, they can't even get aid for all the fires, and those fires, it was already brought out. This is a fact that they were caused by direct energy weapons, but they can't even get aid out there. You see? People don't feel as though the government is stepping up fast enough. We're not waiting for our mayor to say we can or can't. We're like, people need help and we're helping them. What did it say? They shall not regard their kings nor princes. What did it just say? It says we're not waiting for our mayor to say we can or can't, which means what? They gonna do what they want to do, right? It says in the course of their actions shall stand in their power, which means they gonna do what they want to do after government. See that? So, hey, man, this is prophecy unfolding right before your very eyes, man. Hey, Yahweh Shem Shai is ramping up the drama in the planet Earth, and it's all leading towards the great climax. Okay, that great judgment, Armageddon. The next earthquake is time running out for Europe's largest city. The North Anatolian Fault line running across the Marmara region of Turkey is capable of generating a magnitude 7 or above earthquake at any given time in the next 30 years. And this thing is going to happen sooner rather than later. Okay? So they saying out there in Turkey, Slovakia, this is going to be the next big earthquake. Now, we already know. Okay, let's get it. Classic scripture, Matthew 24 and 8. Well, Salakia, let me start up. Matthew 24 and 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. You see, and all these things happen, and there shall be famines, pestilence, diseases, okay, lack of food, diseases, earthquakes, natural disasters, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So this is the beginning. Okay, you ain't seen nothing yet. All right, the Most High about to. You see, right now you can say that the Most High is doing judgment at a level of maybe a 4 or a 5 right now. It's bad, but it's not as bad as it's about to get. All right. The Most High about to ramp things up to a 10 by the time. Man, look, hold on. Look at that. Look at that. You see? Hold on. You see that? Imagine, imagine a big ass earthquake pop off, and all the roads, like your whole country, just look like this from the bottom up. That's how it's about to get. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, call all y'all about Shemyahushai, man. You know what I'm saying? Having this truth is beautiful because through the spirit we get comfort seeing these things. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit we get, built up more. You know what I'm saying? And it also teaches us, the healthy fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because we see what the Lord is capable of. We know that the Lord is more than capable of doing these things. And he will doing it. He is doing it. So this is even more reason for you to fear the Lord. Hey, the scriptures say that the fear of the Lord make men depart from evil. So if you fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you're going to abstain from evil because you are afraid of judgment. All right, you don't want the heavy hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to come down upon you. See, you want the Lord's mercies, you want his grace to be bestowed upon you, not his wrath. All right. Angry mobs ransack churches and burn buildings. Let's check this out. So you see uproars of the people, nation rising up against nation with perplexity. Why do the heathen rage? And since I quoted it, let me get it. Psalm 2:1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. So these nations, they're raging ultimately because the Most High has them in a spirit to rage. All right, and this is all for their own destruction, man. All these countries, all these nations around the earth, they're in perplexity. They're being perplexed. All right, they're receiving scourges. China is getting wild weather. You know what I'm saying? They getting 20-foot high tsunamis washing away them damn Moabites, man. And it's all because what? For the controversy of Zion, because all these nations came together and conspired to take us down as a nation so that they could rule. But now the curses are now coming upon them. The plagues, the scourges are coming upon these heathen nations, man. That's why they're raging. You see, but even the leaders of these nations, they're imagining a vain thing that they got next to rule. Putin and Xi Jinping of China, they think they got next to rule. But little do they know that the lowly, the meek, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, they the ones that got next to rule. Ain't none of you heathen about to, get the kingdom of heaven, man. You know what I'm saying? This is it for you. This is it. So hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and this right here is more, more protests. This is in Bangladesh. And mind you, this is the police against their own people. Okay, this is the government against their own people. You saw the same thing in France. You see the same thing in Greece, in Germany, all over the world. All over the world, you seeing these same exact things, man. Okay, sedition among men, people rising up against each other with the sword. The scriptures are spot on. Okay, the scriptures don't lie, man. nations is through. All right, completely finished, man. All right, may the Most High destroy all these nations, bring their kingdom down with a great destruction. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, it's time for these heathen nations to be taken out of their power, because they don't have the capacity to rule righteously. All right? Especially Esau, man. You know what I'm saying? Esau really the main one. You know? Esau the main one that need to be dealt with. But all, you know what I'm saying? All you heathen is about to get dealt with very soon. Aliens set to make contact tonight. It says experts with message beamed into space. And see, like I said earlier, man, Esau, he accomplished a diligent search. All right, matter of fact, let me get that since Psalm 64 in verse 6, it says they search out iniquities. It's speaking of the wicked. Okay. Matter of fact, let me start up. Yeah, but it's the context of this chapter is speaking about the wicked, which is Esau, Edom. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? You know what I'm saying? So this devil Esau, he's laying snares all across the planet Earth, especially for the Israelites. And you know, in his pride, he's saying, well, who gonna see me? Who gonna stop me? You know? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Okay? So here it is. You know, you got Esau sending out beams into space. And like I said earlier, they're actually getting answers back. You know what I'm saying? They're receiving strange noise. You know, heartbeat pumps is coming. You know what I'm saying? So these devils is messing around with stuff that they really don't want to deal with. All right, but nonetheless, that's the pride of this devil. Scientists are eagerly waiting for a response from aliens after the message they sent 40 years ago will finally arrive. The message, which was beamed to a star 16.7 light years away called Altair, contained 13 drawings which the boffins hoped would explain the history of life on Earth to any aliens who picked it up. Now see, Esau is bugged out. You know what I'm saying? Because he you know, think now, could there be life on other, you know, planets that the Most High has created? Sure. I mean, who knows? But at the end of the day, when we speaking about the chariots, you know what I'm saying, we know that, you know, ultimately those are the angels of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, as to whatever's out there in the universe, you know what I'm saying, we'll find that out in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, once again, man, Esau is messing around with things that he ought not to mess with. You know? Says the group from Stanford University hit send on August 15, 1983, but it's taken all this time for the message to reach the distant corner of space. Scientists will be hoping for a response from tonight, and any message returned will be picked up using a 64-meter wide antenna. All right, so these devils, they sending things out and they hoping to get a response. You see, but if they do get a response, it's not going to be, you know, the kind of response that they think it's going to be. You know. Moving on here. All right, the curses are jumping back on Esau. You know, I got this for the brother Mercy for the Elect 144. Subscribe and be edified. You know, but hey, this how you know we at the end as well, because Esau, the so-called white man, his time is up. You know what I'm saying? And you have a lot of these Edomites and these heathen come out and they telling you just how bad that things are in America. Now this guy, he's on the police force, you know what I'm saying? So he out there in the field every day. So he's seeing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And he's also affected himself, you know what I'm saying? You're going to hear it in the video. We're not going to watch the whole thing because it's 8 minutes, but we'll just get a short portion, you know, just to see what he's talking about, man. But hey, the curses are being applied back onto the heathen, you know what I'm saying? And they about to lose their damn minds. Let's check this out.
This is Gen X reaching out to you millennials. I don't know how you're doing it, and I can I can tell you, our economy's shot. But it's not just the United States. It's in the UK. It's in Canada. I actually watched somebody not too long ago from Canada. They want to know how things were in the US. Well, it's not any better. Look, groceries are up anywhere from 30% to 47% in the last 3 years. Now, when you look at just groceries and the cost of food, because people are stealing food now. And, you know, as a chief of police, I can tell you that, you know, I'm starting to understand. I don't know how people afford an apartment anymore with the way that the costs of those are rising. If you ask me, there are a lot of people on the top that are against the majority. And something's going to happen. Something's going to blow, because it's not just food. If you want to know why you're struggling, I can tell you why. Because everything is going up at that percentage, right? So take your paycheck. Like, I make, I don't know, equivalent about $57,000 a year. So 3 years ago, that $57,000 has got to stretch out 40% more on multiple levels. Okay? And every time.
All right, so what's he talking about? This man talking about going through plagues, going through curses. You know what I'm saying? And hey, right now in this day and time, these things are profound. Okay, these things are so profound to the point where people must speak on these things. You can't ignore it no more. You can't just act like it's not happening, because it's affecting everybody. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 16. All right, let's go. Let's get it, man, because, hey, the Most High is showing these heathen their destruction, and ultimately things are going to get so bad, they're going to destroy each other. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 16. Hold on, matter of fact, let me start up. It says, verse 14, Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. So these plagues are being sent out by Yahweh Basham Yahushua, and they not being turned back. Okay, the Most High not going to take these plagues back, because these people continue to walk in great pride. They continue to put their nose up against the Most High, disregard the prophets, scoff against the word. All right, continue to weary themselves in wickedness. Verse 17, Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows. Going back to Matthew 24, as Yahweh Shah said, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish. What is he speaking about in this video? Tribulation and anguish. He talking about how, you know, he makes $57,000 a year, you know what I'm saying, but yet compared to what it was years ago, is really much less. You know what I'm saying? Because the cost of everything around you has significantly increased. He's saying that he don't know, you know, how people even afford rent. And a lot of people can't afford rent. A lot of people is not paying rent. You see, a lot of people are just out there. They just not paying their rent. You know what I'm saying? I saw a story in which, you know, B-Dub, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it had to be the B-Dub. It had to be the so-called black woman, right? But they out here so-called getting money. They getting it bad. They don't need a man. They independent. You know what I'm saying? They can do bad all by themselves, but yet they can't even pay rent, much less put groceries on the table if it ain't for Big Daddy Esau giving their ass Section 8 and you know, food stamps, you know what I'm saying, and giving them money on a card, government programs. If it ain't for that, a lot of these women cannot survive, you see? But nonetheless, you know, getting back to the point, she actually killed her landlord because he came and asked for the rent. You see? The B-Dub killed her you know, landlord when he came and knocked on the door and asked her for the rent. And then she hid the body behind the stairs so that it was hidden. You know what I'm saying? Until 2 days later when they came in and, you know, discovered the body. You see? So these are the type of things that you have going on, man. Okay, so, you know, It tells you in Timothy's, and in the last days shall come perilous times. Okay, we are in the midst of peril. Okay, we're in the midst of danger. You see? And once again, only Yahweh Basham Shah can deliver you from these things, man. Because, only evils are going to increase upon the earth, man. Okay, evil men shall wax worse and worse. All right, the power shall stand in fear the beginning of evil. What shall I do when these evils shall come? But for all these things, okay, for all these plagues, okay, because inflation, famine, losing your home, losing your car, losing your damn mind, right? For all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals, okay, food, provisions, right, shall be so cheap, shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Okay, so ultimately nothing but destruction is coming for the inhabitants of Babylon the Great, especially Esau. All right, and that's what they're afraid about. They talking about these things as if, America has so much longer to go, but deep down in their spirit, they know that America is done. This place is finished. All right, this place is on the way out, man. And it's gonna be even more exacerbated through the collapse of the U.S. dollar. Then they're gonna have to bring in the MOTB, which once he does that, okay, once Esau rolls out the MOTB, the end is pretty much here. You know what I'm saying? Because all this, once the MOTB come, World War III gonna pop off right after that, and then Yahweh Shah gonna come. So these things are gonna happen very, very quick, man. You know what I'm saying? This period of Jacob's trouble, it's not gonna be some long, drawn out period of just complete hell. Nah, man. These things are gonna happen for the sake of prophecy, and then Yahweh Shah is gonna come back to deliver his elect. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta get through it. You know what I'm saying? But these heathen, he probably quit the force. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked like he up in age. You know what I'm saying? Probably in his late 40s or 50s. You know what I'm saying? So he probably looking to retire and get that pension, man. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't even gonna get to enjoy it. That's the crazy thing.
Time you turn around, these big corporations are wanting to raise prices more and more and more and more. And this is a battle that's going to end in a very bad way. The homeless numbers are rising. Millennials have given up the hope of ever buying a home. And I was stupid enough to try to own a restaurant. Don't do that. I figured out real quick why my family wanted to sell it so bad. I found their invoices. I was paying $180 for a case of cheese that they were spending $74 for in February of 2020. And if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what will. I was on the phone today with my girlfriend, explaining to her that stopping at Sheetz anymore on the way to work is a really bad idea. Okay? A bottle of Coke Zero, a salad with dang near nothing on it, 2 hard-boiled eggs, $20. Add that up over a course of 5 days. Yeah. Your cost of fuel alone. And my guess is for a lot of you, I when I'm working here, I drive about an hour. All right. I'm guessing most of you are putting 25% of your overall paycheck just to get to work for the fuel. Okay.
And that's crazy, man. You paying, but that's a fact though. Most of these people are paying. They got to decide whether they want to put gas in their car to get to work, or to get food to eat for dinner at night, man. Even worse for people that got kids. And hey, you already know that they done cut back the SNAP. They done cut back the food stamp, so you're not getting as much as you was during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them government subsidies is being cut off because ultimately we're going into a wartime economy in which all of the money that the government is utilizing is going to be put towards the war effort. So a lot of these social programs are going to be put on the back burner. And what's going to happen from that, man? A lot of people are going to suffer. They're going to be cut off. Okay, Esau is about to cut so-called Israel, black women off, man. Okay, because for the longest time they've been feeding off the system. you know, they've been abusing the system, getting child support. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Big Daddy Esau about to cut you off. So what you gonna do then? You know what I'm saying? And that's when Isaiah 4:1 is gonna come in. Okay, 7 women shall compass one man. All right, shall take hold of one man. You know what I'm saying? In that day, women ain't gonna be coming to you talking about, oh, a nigga gotta have a bag, or he gotta do this for me, or you know what I'm saying, he gotta be this tall. They ain't gonna give a damn. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna give a damn if a brother's 6'5" or if he 5'5". They gonna be like, shit, well, you's a man, take me. You know what I'm saying? But really, you know, that's gonna be for the man, the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because these 2/3 niggas out here, you know what I'm saying, they gonna get dropped. The Lord going to delete them. You know what I'm saying? Or they gonna perish in the famine, or they gonna perish by the sword. You see, so ultimately Isaiah 4:1 is really for the elect, okay, for the elect men. You know what I'm saying? But hey, listen, you know, all these things are gonna come down the pipeline. You know, it's only a matter of time. You know, and hey, the hopefully elect of Yahweh Shem Shah, we just waiting on these things to come to pass because we ready to get the hell up out of here. All right, we tired of looking at these devils. You know what I'm saying? We tired of being in this wicked world. You know what I'm saying? We are ready to have rest. Okay, we're ready to be established in righteousness, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this lesson. You know, I kind of went over the time I wanted to go, but it's all good. It's all through the spirit. Hopefully this lesson was edifying to the hopefully elect. In closing, call halal, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem B'cha Kadash. And until next time, shalom to the elect, come Yasha'Allah DTA, and abad b'ball. Shalom.